previously in the world of Glaerinn.
Last we left off, it was the middle of the evening. We find ourselves with a man named Zal, camped out on the aqueduct, just outside the castle walls.
After grabbing the satchel of uniforms that came my way, defacing the lower ranking members with cuts to the belly, and pouring oil into the sack, sending it back down its way down to the presumed alcove of collection. I am going to get myself a light nap in before the morning and keep an eye out for somebody coming out of the second floor of the workhouse, going to collect the uniforms and then heading into it.
I'm working on formula. I am muttering to myself, scratching things into a book that I keep in a loose floorboard in the floor, to talking about quasi-physical coefficients, adjusting the mana conduits, what I can fit inside of that space, why it's not working so far, and what I can do to make it better. There's a light haze in my room constantly at night that I try to blot out with candlelight so that the light pollution doesn't show that the color of the light that's coming out of my door. I wake up doing the calculations or the tentative tests of the calculations that I wrote out in the evening. I lie on my back and I reach out and I try to grab something that isn't there. Almost get it, and then it feels like I slip on something. Either like something smooth or slippery. I lose grasp on it. Alright. Try again later.
Eh,
Brings you over
morning,
today.
Jim. It's good, good. Came by for some paper.
One ream or two?
Let's make it two. It's a busy day. How have you been, my friend?
Well, Gary's dead.
Saw that coming.
I mean, just because you got the spark doesn't mean you have to use it, you know? And he liked to use it a lot.
Yeah. Was not all up there, you know?
Yeah, that's why. Most people with a spark like that, they get sent off to do the special jobs, the fun jobs. Him, he made ice cubes.
Yeah. They did help with the drinks, though.
Yeah, he did, but he always wanted to charge an extra copper, and I'm not gonna do that. We barely get paid anyways.
Yeah, we get by.
Yep.
I've been meaning to ask,
Was there
though.
anything? Yeah, go ahead.
Eh, do you know? You know?
Jerome, whatever we're talking about here shouldn't be done today. Too many people. I don't even know if I know, but even if I did, we shouldn't talk about it when there's way too many important people who could overhear.
I know what you mean, but I think today might be the best day to talk about this.
Best they'll tell you, because I'm not gonna incriminate myself. I ain't no Gary. I try to figure it out myself, you know?
But I have to ask. Do you like onion? It's a big package.
That's right. A package meant for the sovereign himself.
For the sovereign. And what might you be bringing to the sovereign?
You'll see it soon enough, Italian.
Mm. Uh, Hail, Primus. Hello, excuse me. What? Hello?
Uh, yep. Hello?
Hi. I'm, I'm Luca. I'm from the Adventurers Guild. I was told you needed staff for today.
Great. Come on in.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. I wasn't told what time you open, so I've been here for about 2 hours.
This should cover your time.
Oh, that's more than half I got paid for the whole week. Surely you meant to grab something else.
Huh? Oh, what color is it?
It's gold, sir.
Take it.
Are you sure?
Arm's getting tired.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I guess familiarize yourself with the place. I think we're gonna need maybe help with serving or cleaning, etc., etc.
Mhm.
Soon you will see Elena. She will be your boss. And then you see an old man wandering around. He's like the boss's boss. Um, so keep that in mind, and yeah, you'll be fine.
Oh, okay. Thank you. That's wonderful. I'm happy to help. I can definitely do that.
Fella named Luca from the Adventurers Guild. I'm gonna help with the place.
Uh, talk real slow for me, Sonny, all right?
Yes, sir. Good morning. I'm Luca. It's good to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too, Ruka. All right. Now, it'll be pretty easy, all right? My daughter will be your main contact. I'll be in the kitchen. At any point, if anybody asks for anything off menu, just bring it up to us. I might be able to whip it up, all right?
Okay, right. Of course. I'll need to keep a menu with me to make sure. But I'll make do. It'll be all right.
Hopefully. I didn't catch the second half, but I think we're good.
Morning. How can I help you?
Yeah. Adventurers Guild.
Official business.
I want to let somebody know that I'm afraid that I might have seen some potential dissidents.
Mm.
I saw a near full Taltrix, 10 Talion, 1 Primus, with uniforms that were in frankly abysmal condition. I saw what essentially looked like a large cut along their uniform, and they appeared to have doused their uniform in what smelled like oil. And that seemed to be less than respectful considering the day.
Oil. Poured oil on uniforms and sliced them up. Right.
That
What?
is what I understood it to be. I mean, you'll be able to smell them for sure. Just keep an eye out.
Where'd you spot them?
I saw them milling around the upper district, about 200 yards to the left, to the east there on the aqueduct.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for the report. I'll bring it up to the others.
All right, so this was just a cover, you know. I don't actually have to refill this.
Mm-hmm. I tell you, we are getting onion.
Okay then, got it. Well, I guess I might as well refill it if we're going to the brew again.
Do you trust me?
No, maybe.
Good man.
Yeah,
Were
you know
you-
what? We'll just go.
You should not trust me. But it is good you
Alright.
come. It is good you come. Oh, Luca, are you okay? Ow. That hurt my shoulder a bit. Maybe you should sit down for a bit. Uh, I'm 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 sorry. I'm a bit of a klutz.
What? What happened to it?
Uh, it seems like Luca tripped, fell, broke the plate. Reminds me of a few years ago when I was starting to help.
Okay, you can't.
From your
You,
character.
you know, you always do this. You sweeten the bad stuff with old memories.
Hey man, we all trip and hurt ourselves sometimes. It's all right. I give him like a pat on the shoulder.
Uh, thank you. Oh, h- hey Jim.
Sorry, I'm really bad with faces sometimes. Do you want to jog my memory?
Uh, it's fine. I don't think we've ever actually talked. I'm Luca. I come in for supplies sometimes. I'm over at the Adventurers
Oh,
Guild.
right. You're the one who actually thought I had paper.
Yeah. Uh-huh. You charged me whole silver for that. How are you?
I'm doing good. You doing some side work?
Yeah, it was hard to get some actual adventure work after last couple weeks, but I'll take any job I can get at this point.
Well, if you ever need a runner, if you ever want to be a runner, I don't mind coming down here, but since you know the way, I can always toss a couple coins your way. You can get the refills for us over at the quartermaster's area.
Oh, thanks, Jim. But if it's anything like this, I might, spill it all again. Eh,
Don't beat yourself too hard. It happens.
for
Wave
some more than others.
if you see L or even that deaf guy in the back, wave him over. Let him know I'm here for another refill. I paid for it the last time.
Okay.
Oh hey
Oh.
L.
Oh, hey, Jim. Sorry.
Hey man, I'm here to do a refill, but I'm also doing another thing. Do you mind if I just leave the flask here and I just pick it up in a little bit?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, we got you covered. What do you want?
I paid for it last time. I think it was another refill on the rum.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. You looking to? I mean, like next couple minutes, I can have the new guy do it.
I I guess I'm here for some onion. I don't really know what that means yet.
Kind of
Would you happen to know what that means? It's like, do
onions. I
you?
mean, I think we have onions.
Just. Uh,
Just straight onions.
I
I mean,
don't
we
I
could
don't know,
probably do
man.
like a little bit above market for them.
I'm
Usually,
just
we like to cook them into things.
I think you're as confused as I am. So we're just gonna drop it. I will come and pick
All
up
right.
the flask a little later. I'm
Jim,
gonna
do
be
you need
honest.
me to interject?
Sure. I mean, you are the guide on this, so
All right,
I
right.
I'm here because of curiosity. I think it's the best way.
We were hoping to order clam chowder.
I'm chowder. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Good man.
Oh, give me a second. I'm gonna take these back, throw them into the pit, and then I'll see if Vince can do some clam chowder or anything like that.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, just 1 second. We got a fella looking for some clam chowder.
Oh, keeping us busy, are they? Clam chowder. All right. How would you like the onions?
Without the peel.
All right. I'll get one or two.
Two?
Da, tu.
All right. I will get those. It'll take a bit. Here, you just came in. El, show them where the restroom is.
Yeah, sure. After you, gentlemen.
I like you guys, but if this is not something more interesting, I like you guys. I really do. But if this is some kind of proposition, I'm going to turn around.
Dang it. It's okay. I'll help you clean up.
I think that was my spare barrel.
See, you should have put it on a stool, and then that way you don't have to hold it and hold the tap at the same time.
Look. So some of the logistics are a little hard to get used to at first, but you got this. Don't give up. The unknown guy seems to know what's going on here. Maybe Threadmaster. I don't know. Very sure, very confident.
You must be the Accardi boy. Artor, correct?
Yes, I am Arthur.
No need for pleasantries, my boy. Please, please. I don't need any salutes. I won't be king for much longer. A couple more hours at most.
You don't sound. Are you excited to cede the throne to your son, or what?
It's been a long, long time coming. I don't know if excitement be the right word, but it is definitely time. I understand you've brought something. Hmm,
Glorious, isn't it?
quite. I don't think I've seen a blade this magnificent in all my years. That father of yours is quite the smith. Tell me, boy, what made you join my army?
It seemed the right thing to do. You know, my family's on the rise, and this, I don't quite have the political gusto of my mother, but this seemed an obvious choice, and so I'm doing what must be done for the good of the family.
A worthy conviction, if nothing else.
And I don't quite have the talents of my father, I should mention. I've got other talents.
The ways of the hammer are not for everyone. But perhaps it's best that way. Too much talent in one place can make it all seem fleeting. Tell me, if you could have one thing in this moment, one thing at all, what would it be?
I mean, your words kind of catch me off guard, Sovereign. Give me a moment to ponder that. I'd like to think about this.
Of course, of course. Uh, this bottle's older than even I am, and that's saying something.
Hmm.
Not many finer things in life than a good drink with a good man.
I'm thinking that it's been a long time. Your reign has been peaceful throughout. No wars to speak of. And I think that the one thing I want would be for peace like that to continue, so that I've seen it in my lifetime. The lowest of the low of the city, like the quality of life is going up, and I just want that to continue. I want the people to reap the benefits of having you know such a glorious and powerful nation. With no conflict to speak of. That's what I want.
uh, rather selfless goal. Reminds me of someone close. Well, I thank you and your family for the gift. I shouldn't keep you much longer. I'm sure time with an old man is not that enjoyable. If you ever need anything, you'll always be welcome inside. I'll make sure of it.
Welcome. I'll say this is unusual. It's not often that a familiar face uh, makes its way down here.
Yeah, well, I didn't expect to be down here, but I'm being open to possibilities today.
He does not, how you say, know what this is about in total, but I can vouch he is trustworthy.
Interesting. All right. And what can we do for you here at the Concealed Conservatory?
Mm, well, I can't really speak for my friend here, but menacingly, I must say. mm, I wanted to show him there is other side to where it can be safe, if that makes sense.
Oh, yes, yes. Yes, there's a lot of things that in this world don't see the light of day, but believe me, there's a lot more than you know. I myself don't know a lot. In L, not very much.
Well, I mean, if you know not a lot, you know more than me, then I know nothing. So,
Now, I like to ask anybody who comes down here, how does it manifest?
uh,
Um,
know how when you fill an earthenware jar with water, all the way to the top, there is like like a surface tension on the water where it like bubbles around the top right before it spills over.
Yes,
Well, that's how I feel all of the time.
interesting.
And to ensure that I don't, explode and take out an entire house, I have, with some mathematical studies and such, been crafting some pathways all across my body to fully. That's what I'm looking for. I'm like running twine across all of my body that will slowly burn so that the pathway of energies doesn't just come out of everywhere.
Has this always been since you were born, or is it something that one day showed up or that you studied for?
Uh, right now I'm studying. I didn't really feel different until I turned about 13 or 14. It was around puberty. At first, I just thought it was puberty, But then, there was a like a there was a time where I woke up after a pretty graphic dream, and my bed was on fire. And that's probably not because of puberty. So I started doing some reading. My parents are merchants, so we didn't really have that difficulty with education. So I'm read, I can read, I can write, I can compose, I can do complex math because of mercantile business. I got a hold of some banned books talking about the development of formulae. And the capital can't really show off. So I thought about how I could use that formulae to do a little quiet thing. And where there was on the table where you put my soup, there was just the two bowls. I put my hand out, and with some, like, you see some difficulty on my face, a sword appears on the table. And then right next to it, I move my hand, a full-size scimitar appears on the table. I squint a little harder, and then right next to that, a dagger appears on the table, and then I, like, wipe the table, and they all disappear again.
Bravo, somebody's been practicing.
I mean, I've got to, otherwise I'm gonna blow up the barracks.
And there are a lot of things that no one knows. Um, and there are even more of that people have their own theories and opinions on. I myself have done my research and have constructed my own theory, as well as the different type of ways magic can manifest. In fact, Elle, um, he manifests magic in a way that I have never seen, or a way that really was shown in any texts. Um, your magic seems very different than his, but I have also not really seen something of such. Normally, I like to give people a little bit more insight into how and why their magic manifests, but yours would be a little bit more interesting. I would have to study it a little bit more. By your description, though, I feel like I've got your channel down. You see, in my theory, there, think of it as two halves of a heart. One side is responsive. It is a resonant aspect of what I like to call the pulse. Um, I follow this path. I don't cast because I'm gifted, but because I remember the patterns. Um, there is more that follows in this path. Some um, are more instinctive, emotional. They do it without having to study. There's then the other half of the heart. It is one of mystery. There are people who I have studied that I am not sure. And that's where that collective remains in that second half of that heart. Um, have you ever felt like there is something that is providing you with this gift?
I don't think so. Just was. I feel like it just. I feel like a candle that was lit one day without my notice. But I'm not burning out. I'm just constantly burning. When I was younger, I felt like the magic within me, the pulse, as you say, I felt like it wanted to be let out in spectacular ways, in the ways that you see in the banned books, projecting fire, throwing lightning. But I kind of have tamped it down, forced it into channels. I think, from the way you describe it, I think I'm supposed to be instinctual, but I've made it a formula instead. So, how does it manifest for you, El? You did mention that you're also of the same essence.
Well, I sort of just want it to happen, and so it does.
Oh, I
Right?
wish you did that
Like,
for me.
so, okay. I'm, if I think for a second about like a spark, I just kind of see it in my head and then do it.
That's way easier than what I have to do.
You see, L is what I like to call minded. You see, his abilities don't follow the two halves of the heart that I had previously talked to you about. Um, his power is not one that speaks the language of rhythmicum, the one half, and cadencium, the second. It has no name. For now, I've labeled it as the thought beneath the thought. Um, You see, the rhythmicum is the patterned response to focused attention and knowledge, whereas the cadencium is the emotional resonance of intention, trust, conviction. You see, but L seems to have a third current, or not a current at all, but more of a pressure. I actually have three theories as to his gift. As I said, it does not follow what I have previously discovered, but I have ideas as to why. You see, one um, thinks that perhaps it's not external at all. It is the mind's internal reflection of the pulse. Um, a an echo, not of the world, but of the world remembered inside of him. Um, I also have another theory, a kind of more of a parallel structure to the one that we follow. Um, it is it doesn't resonate the same; it overwrites. And then the more darker possibility would suggest that it's not natural at all, and due to the current status of the world, that his magic could be some sort of wound to the pulse. Kind of a metaphysical tear so deep that reality bleeds thought.